everybody, welcome back to the range. Tom here, and today it's part 2 of the Kafer Racer War Rig Challenge from Silver's Scratch Built Productions. Now, this is what we ended up with at the end of our last video, but you guys didn't really see it on the turntable, so I thought I'd just put it out there, show you guys what it looked like when it was finally done. But it wasn't done. I still had painted it. So during a portion of this video, I actually started painting this casting. Now, I really enjoyed working with this casting, and I hope to get some more later on down the road because there's just so much stuff I want to do to them. To build the trailer, I started off with this Hot Wheels or Matchbox Walmart trailer. I don't know. But, to make it, I ended up using these adhesive wrap tubes. I already blocked off the end, so I knew which ends was going to be, the front and the back. And I wanted to kind of incorporate these. And that's the best thing about, when you're doing these Gasland builds and stuff, you could pretty much use almost anything you have around your house to build one. And I didn't go all out when it came to the trailer, but my definition of all out could be different than yours. I didn't do a lot of armor plating or anything like that, because the way I see it, the Kafer Racer War Rig is built for speed. It's not built to haul a lot of stuff, for going slow, unlike the other vehicles in the Gasland's Mad Max universe. And the worst thing I had to do was, it was made out of paper, so it was really hard to tape off when I went to paint it. So I didn't tape it. What I went with was a camouflage pattern, and I literally just airbrushed the entire pattern. I did not tape it off like I normally do with my camouflage builds or anything like that. You guys need to stay tuned for my next video, because there's going to be a special announcement made in the next video. It's going to be a quick one. It's not going to be really a long video or anything like that. It's just going to give you guys some information about the upcoming months and next year and all that jive. And it was a surprise for me, let's just put it that way, when I got contacted about it. Excuse me. But when my definition of war rig is something that has to do with weapons. It's just it's just a big old trailer full of nothing but weapons. But I didn't go crazy with the weapons. I really didn't. I did more trying to build it up, trying to build everything from scratch. I didn't use any other trailers or any other things to build it. I literally built the trailer from scratch except for the frame. And all in all, I think it turned out great. I'm sanding down the edges because where I glued it, there's still a little bit of excess of the glue. So I had to get rid of the glue. So I sanded it down the best that I could, and then that's when I found out that, with it being paper, it was going to be hard to tape off and stuff. So that's when I got the decision of, I'm just going to do the airbrush. And I love how it turned out. I really, really do love how the war rig turned out. Once it got done weathering and, clear coated and everything. Being my first war rig, I have to say I'm pretty happy with the way this turned out. But I'm taking this body filler Bondo stuff, and I'm kind of putting it in where I glued the pieces together, because I kind of wanted it to kind of smooth out and stuff. And luckily enough, once it's painted, you can't really tell. It really looks neat. I really like it. I hope you guys do too. I know we got a little bit to go, but you guys get to see the process of what all I went to. And see, I had to keep the Kafer racer out because I wanted to actually see about where I would have it to put the trailer on it and actually look like a hauler. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give it that setup on the top of most of these gas style trailers where it's got the two bars up at the top where it's got the holes and that kind of thing. And I don't know if maybe it turned out all right or if I kind of wish I went a different route, but I ended up taking some round styrene, some solid ones. I can't remember what millimeter it was or what size it was, but I ended up using it to go, and you'll see that here in a little bit. But I'm kind of getting ahead of myself with this video, and I'm kind of really waiting for you guys to see the final results. And I'm just kind of putting the small details onto the trailer. And at this point, it's looking decent, and it's really hard to put stuff straight onto a cylinder object. Trying to make sure everything lines up, trying to make sure, it works. And luckily enough, I was able to, and here I am with the round styrene. I'm just kind of putting it around those edges to where it kind of, I don't know, looks like it was like built on there or something like that. I don't know for sure, but all in all, it took me a few days because I kind of took a break from it, trying to get the ideas of what all I wanted to do with this and how I wanted to make it. So I know it's been a few days since my last video, and I'm just wanting to kind of do some research, do some planning, getting the idea of what all I need to do to actually make it to where it looks like a decent war rig. And once I get it done painted along with the Kafer racer, I know it'll come out just fine. And when you guys see what we started with at the end, towards the end of this video, you guys are going to see the racer before the trailer. And all in all, I think it fits perfectly together. But that's just me. I have to find out and see for yourselves. And those of you follow me on Instagram, or I went live a couple days ago, just some announcements was made, and if you guys was able to check out Diecast Graveyard's live stream, he had a big announcement to put out there. But if you guys haven't caught it, you guys should check it out. He was having some severe lagging issues because of where he was at, and it's not his fault, and everybody knew that. But he gave me the go-ahead to go ahead and put out a big announcement. But like I said, it's going to be my next video. It's going to be a short little video talking about, what builds we got coming up for the 4 Horsemen builds, where I'm going to be participating in with the guest horsemen, which is the month of October. There's been a change in the theme for the October build, and you just have to wait till the next video. And like I said, it's going to be a short little video. It's not going to be like an episode. It's just going to be an announcement. But you guys are probably wondering what I'm doing right now on the video. I'm actually going to be extending out the portion of the trailer that hooks on to the racer itself. I put some spacers underneath the tank to get it to where it'll sit on the trailer frame pretty decent. And it was just, everything was going together so perfectly with this one. And being my first ever war rig, I really had a blast making this thing. I really did. I know you guys are looking forward to this video, and I was, everybody kept asking me when I was on Instagram live, and they was like, hey, how's the racer, the war rig coming? I can't wait to see the next episode. And it just got me off my butt and started working on it again. So I do appreciate everybody kind of asking me about it, and I'm like, it's in the progress, it's in the process. Everything's going all right with it. You know, it's just it's going slow because, you know, like I said, I just had to come up with some ideas of what all I wanted to do. You know, I really wasn't for sure, and here it is, kind of partially connected. You know, it wasn't too bad. I'm working on the axles for the wheels. I already have those picked out, what I was going to use with those, because honestly, it was the best idea I could have came up with for these wheels. Just some old 4x4 wheels from crud, I can't remember. But I got so many sets of these stock wheels for these purposes, I literally lost track of what wheels they came up with. And right here, I'm kind of pre-making the side skirts, you know, kind of dropping it down on the side. You know, I had to clamp it together so I could actually get both sides looking the same. And these little clips actually are really, really helpful when it comes to doing certain things like this, because they hold really good. They're pretty. They don't get in the way very often. Let's just put it that way. And like I said, it's just the hardest part was trying to figure out what all I was going to do. And you know, it just kind of varies. It really does. It varies from build to build, because there's some times where I literally have no problems whatsoever coming up with ideas. And you know, I got this Camaro that I did for the skid thing that Outlaw Speed Shop put on last year. I'm actually going to be redoing that exact car. It's not going to be for a video. I'm just kind of doing it off camera and, you know, doing it that way. So, you know, I got a lot of projects that I'm wanting to do. I'm really unsure what I'm going to be doing for my next build video, but let's just say it's going to be decent. I know in my last video I was going to be saying I was going to do a tutorial on camouflage painting. In this video, I think that's what I'm going to do for my next video. I'm going to get a decent, probably get a decent size casting so I can actually show you kind of how I do it. I know everybody does theirs differently, and you know, you never know. But you know, I'm really hoping you guys really like how this turns out, because you know, when Silver put this challenge out to me, like I said in my last video, I was really kind of skeptical at first about doing it because I'd never done a war rig before. But I'm glad I did, because you know, it actually got me out there to thinking outside the box, different things I could use. And you see here, everything's actually coming together really nicely. I'm kind of gluing it onto the side, trying to get it set up and get everything to where it'll fit. And I had to curve out that little front end portion of it, so when I hooked it to the racer, and at this time the racer is already painted, so I'm not going to show it to you. And I kind of did the sizing off camera so I could see where everything had to be. And like I said, you won't see the Kafer racer until the final results. But I knew, I just didn't want you guys to be a little surprised. I know secretively I wanted to show you guys in this video what it turned out, but it wouldn't have looked the same unless I had it all complete. So at this time, like, it's literally sitting up on one of my shelves right now because I'm waiting to get this done. And while I'm doing this voiceover right now, it is in its final coat of regular camouflage paint, and then I'm going to be doing the weathering techniques and the little finer details, and then I'm going to be doing the clear coat. There's not going to be any decals on this, just like there wasn't on the racer. So right now I'm just kind of adding a little bit of armor plating here and there, Nothing like serious. I'm making a ladder for the side, you know, because I didn't put it on the back because I put something else on the back that I had from some, I don't know who I got it from, I can't remember, but it was some 3D printed parts. It looked like some kind of generator hookup, so I put that on the back of the trailer. And you know, I wanted it to have a ladder where the personnel could get up and down from the guns. Yeah, there are guns on the top of the car, or on the top of the trailer, my bad, I'm sorry. So all in all, it does have weapons. It's just not heavily armored like you would expect a war rig to be. It's more of a lightweight travel thing. And this war rig's based, like I said earlier, it's made for speed. It's not made to haul heavy loads or anything like that. And you know, I got these parts from eBay a while back. I mean, a long time ago. I'm gonna end up ordering some more Mad Max accessories probably in the really near future, because we got a couple of Mad Max style builds coming. We got the Big Air Bel Air for the month of September for the 4 Horsemen build, and then we got the 70 Chevelle, I think, on December's build, and it's also Wasteland Mad Max. I took some wire and stripped it down, and I kind of did this stuff off camera. You see it's got the weapons, it's got the 3-gun cannon, it's got a little Gatling gun in the center where the little roadster body's at. Needed something for, and there's a little seat in there. You'll be able to, you can't really see it really clearly, but it's there. And you know, right now I'm thinking about putting the chain, but I don't want to do any painting over the chain, so I might just do that after everything's put together. So yeah, right now I'm just trying to get the axles to go through the axle tubes, because it kind of stuck a little bit and I had to push a little bit of the glue out. But all in all, everything was going good. You guys remember what we started off with? A very nice Kafer Racer mainline from Hot Wheels. Really enjoyed doing this casting. Really had a lot of fun doing this. You know, we went from this into this, and I love how it turned out. So without further ado, and I hope y'all like it, let's check out the final results.
You're in my domain, got the whole crowd screaming out our name. It's a blowout, it's a hurricane, it's over before you know it. While you're shaking, we're a dynasty in the making. We're the royalty, now we're breaking down the enemy. Move over for the soldiers, take a swing